All right. Welcome, everybody. We are just getting set up and ready to go. How is everyone doing out there tonight on a wonderful Thursday evening? We are just a mere 17 hours removed from when we were out here last time, as we were getting M101 and M81. And tonight, we're going to have a process party. And welcome, Kimmy. And welcome, Morgello. We are just waiting for everyone to stop in. Because we are going to get this party started. So we're going to be starting with M101 first. And we're going to start with the QHY. We're going to get this ready. Welcome, Bob. Or should I say Canadian boy. Western Canada. I won't forget. I knew that. How is it over there in Western Canada? Now, are you near Calgary or are you near Vancouver? Okay. All right, let's flip this. Let's do it. All right, so we are going to do the QHY first. We're going to get this one up and running. I've already uploaded the photos in there. I've already uploaded the bias frames. And I've also uploaded the darks. So I've already done that. I did that this morning. Everything's all set for that. So we're good. Everything's all set and ready to go. So this way we eliminated the time, which is nice. And you are from Vancouver, which is awesome. I've always wanted to visit that city. That is amazing. Been to Toronto. I've not been to Vancouver. And I would love to visit there sometime. Because it would be phenomenal. Now, you're going to notice that when you see this green tint, or this green hue, okay, that is because I have a Sky Glow filter on the camera. So the Sky Glow filter, what that does is it creates that green hue. Now when you process it and stack it, that green hue goes away, so you don't have to worry about it. Flats will take care of the lines, flats will take care of all of that, darks will take care of the hot and cold pixels, so everything is all good. Same with the bias frames. There were a few dust motes, as you can see there's one right there, there's a couple right here, there's one down here. I didn't spray this camera yet. I sprayed the other one, and the other one is looking pristine. This one, still got to work on, but that's okay. That is all right. So we're going to process this one. We took 15-minute images. We took 5 of them, which is super awesome. So that's the first one. This is the second one coming up here. This is the third one. You can see how it's getting darker because it was getting higher up in the sky. It's the fourth one. And then the fifth one. But them getting darker, again, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's not the end of the world. It's fine. So we don't have to worry about that. Let me grab my charger because my phone's going to die. I'm on my phone all day today. All day. There we go. Now my phone's charging. All right. Now we're good. All right. So now we're going to stack this. Very simple, very easy to do. And you can see I've already gotten a score on there too. So I already have the score. I wanted to test this out, see where the stars were, see how everything was going. There was no bad frames, no nothing. Everything was fantastic for this one. Same thing with the one for the Meade, which is the monochrome camera. And yes, Rob, it is Chris. My last name is Elliott, so I put it as Elliott Astro-Imaging because there's thousands of Chris's out there. A few hundred of them just in astrophotography alone. There's Chris from Take Back Space. There is Chris from Astro Game Channel. So there's a lot of Chris's out there. I figured I'd just be different. Original is what I would be. And being Elliott would be fantastic. So you can call me Elliott, call me Chris, however you want it. I was Elliott all throughout high school, all through middle school, even at work. It just makes it easier for me, makes it easier for you. Just Elliott Astro-Imaging. It's just the easiest way to do it. So it is stacking those images. It's already put through the flats, already the biases, already the darks. Now it's already saving. And just like that. And it's instantaneous. I mean, it's super fast. And again, this is from last night. We were out here from 11:30 to 2:30, about 2:45. And we had lots of fun. We had tons of fun last night. It was a great time. If you missed it, it's definitely on there. So by all means, you most certainly can replay it. It's 3 hours long. And the best part is, you can skip through it and get to the good parts. If you see a good picture you like or something, screenshot it. Why not? So we have our image. So we're going to get the Instagram here. And again, the way I do things is different than other people. Somebody brought up a great point to me earlier this morning on AstroGab. AstroGab is a great website. It's Astro, A-S-T-R-O, Gab, G-A-B, dot, so it's period, N-I-N-G. It's a great website. You can definitely check it out. It's a lot of astronomers from all over the world. And there's a great chat room in there, and definitely check them out. I was on there this morning, and somebody brought up a great point by saying, you can give data to 100 people. 100 people. Same data. Same data. I could give this out to every, like a business card. To every single person. And every person's going to process it differently. There are so many different techniques. There's so many different ways of doing it. But the best part about this hobby is there's no wrong way of doing it. I could do it differently from what Bob can do it. I can do it differently than what Margello can, or Astro Game Channel, or James Dugan, anybody. Amo, I don't know if he does astronomy. I think he just does visual, but there's a lot of people out there. Jeff Lucas, astrophotographer. Everyone's different. And that's why I love to take a look at everyone's images, whether you're just starting, or if you're a seasoned veteran. Doesn't matter. The best part is, you're having fun doing it, and that's all that matters. So, now that I got that out of the way, which is always nice, Russ Ruggles is the person I talked to this morning on AstroGab. So if you ever get a chance, if you see him on there, he's always lurking on there. Great guy. He just moved to Washington State, and he has his own little setup out there, and he takes great images. So, Russ, if you're watching, I don't know if you want to say hi or anything. I know you said that you've been checking out my streams lately. By all means, introduce yourself if you're lurking. I know we got 5 or 6 people on right now, but most certainly, by all means, everybody don't be shy. That's what the comment section's for. And by the way, which is super nice, I found out I got a nice little present this morning, which was super awesome. I woke up this morning to find out that I now officially have a community tab. Who would have known that? I now have a community tab, so now I can post things, post videos. You can post now. You can comment on things on there. I can do videos. I can even create a poll. I mean, how awesome is that? So now there's a lot of things that I can do on that site now, or on YouTube, for you guys, which is super awesome. So I'll be working on that late tonight and just fiddling around with it and just having a good time, because I've never done the community tab before. So you can see that it is done stacking, and you can see the object is right there. And I'm going to try to do this without a friggin' mouse. The only problem is I only have 3 USB ports on this, and all 3 are taken up by cameras. There we go, that's better. Okay. Alright. Okay. A little saturation here. Yeah, even though I put flats in here, it still is looking kind of poopy, and I don't know why. I will definitely be able to get most of it out of there. So, I mean, this is going to take a lot more for post-processing than I would with the one-shot, with the monochrome camera, because this is a one-shot color camera, and for some reason it's not... Just give me a second. I'm going to work on it here, and then... Pulling out a little bit more detail. There we go, that's better. And what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to process this in Photoshop, and we'll be able to get this much better. There, now we're getting rid of that noise. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get rid of the noise, and I can always process the nebula out. There we go. That's much better. All right. Much better. Okay. Emil, it's always party time. You know that. It's always party time. Alright, so now we're going to save it. Now again, is it going to be great? No. This was not going to be great. And this was I only took 5. They are 15-minute images. I'd have to take a bunch more. But it's not bad. I can't really complain. I mean, there's detail. You could definitely see the detail. We could flip it to Photoshop. Which is right here. Alright. Now let's open up the image. Right. And now we'll pull it up. Loading. Welcome, Megawave. We're going to make this bigger. There we go. And then we'll take it to 55%. We'll go to 33. There we go. Okay, and then keep in mind, there's also a galaxy. If you look carefully on the right-hand side, there is a galaxy. It's like a smudge. I can zoom it in here. Right over there. There's a little smudge right there if you see it. And the name of that galaxy that's sitting there, it's a big one too. It's NGC 5474. Which is pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. That's what she said. Out a little bit because I like this because it has the whole field and it looks really, really nice. Alright, then we're gonna do HLVG, which is Hasta la Vista Green. That was pretty bad. So it's gonna get rid of the green out of the image. Then we're gonna do the gradient exterminator. Exactly, Genghis Khan. I appreciate it. Alright, so now this is with, right here, this is without Hasta la Vista Green and Gradient Exterminator. This is with it. So you can see how it got rid of that green and now it's more of a flat surface, flat plane. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the stars smaller. So it's just going through, making its way in its process. Okay, then we're going to do the space noise reduction. And there's quite a bit of galaxies in this depth. In this field of view. So there's a lot. There's a lot of detail. Non-18 plus. And then we're going to do the space noise reduction. So this actually turned out pretty good for it being the QHY, which is... I just got to really just image the heck out of things. Probably go 20 minutes and then just do like 10 or 11 on each object, especially with an object like this. Alright. and then we'll do the next one. And this one's going to take a little bit of time, as we've done this before many times. Now, for the weather out here, it is mostly cloudy. It's like semi-cloudy. Like, it's... I could get the wide field out, but there's clouds. Now, tomorrow's supposed to be somewhat iffy, too. So, I don't know. All I know is that Saturday's supposed to be clear. So, Saturday we'll be out here. That I do know. It was suggested to me that we were going to get the Owl Nebula on Saturday, and we most certainly could do that. I'm hoping I'll get my I'll get my colored filters by Saturday, so that way we can do the Mead, the mono, in color. And we're gonna have so much fun with that too. Decent, nice day there. Well, that's hey, can't go wrong with that. Having a nice day. Pretty awesome. Cold nights and warm days. So, Emil, you asked the question is what are we doing tonight? Well, we are processing M101 tonight, and we are processing M81 and M82. We got 2 objects last night. The first object we took was about an hour and like 25, hour and 30 minutes on M101, and then we flipped it to Bode's Nebula. And then the guider went haywire, but we did 60-second exposures, and we got about 30 of them on each camera. So we got a ton of data to go over tonight, which is great. So we're going to be on for about an hour and 15 minutes, and we're going to be going over all the images. I like to start with the QHY first because it's a nice one. Really? Interesting. Just about done with the minimum layer on for the enhanced DSO. That's going to go through there. Just doing the last step on that. I was absolutely impressed of what the monochrome camera could do. I think it was a good stepping stone of what we can get this spring going into the summer with this camera. We did 60-second exposures on M81 and M82, and they were super detailed, and yet they were only 1-minute exposures. So I could do 14-minute exposures, and that's great now, but getting these 1 minutes and getting them in color is going to be mind-blowing, is what it's going to be. It's a game changer for this channel. So I can't wait. I'm super excited of what we have going on. The QHY will just be a lovely sidekick, where I can do a long exposure and a short exposure and then just go back and forth. It kept me busy last night. It definitely kept me busy. I was not sitting and just staring at one screen. I was back and forth for 3 hours straight. We were doing live Deep Sky Live Stack, or Deep Sky Stacker Live. We were doing that all night, and I was getting that on both the cameras at the same time. So you had to save them, debayer them, back and forth. But boy, it turned out amazing. Getting better and better at it, which is incredible. So it's done. Okay, perfect. Now it's done. But it was definitely a great night. It was definitely fantastic. I definitely loved it. I can't wait till we get another clear night, because I want to do it again. Now we're going to increase the star color. All right. Now, is this the greatest image in the world? No, not really, but this is pretty cool. Start article about Sagittarius A, the black hole at the center of the galaxy, about how they have been watching S2 orbit and how its orbital path was predicted by Einstein. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to read the article. So work with the channel, it's cool. I can see you know your stuff. Way to go. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Again, I'm not going to get too much detail out of this. I should have went a lot longer with this camera. I probably could have gone an hour, and I could have gotten a lot more detail with this. But not bad. Not bad at all. We can move to the next one. We'll go back to Deep Sky Stacker. Okay. We'll clear the list. Right. All right. And now we'll do the Meade camera. And you're gonna notice right away, instantly, that this camera is so much more sensitive than the QHY. Good day, James. Welcome. Just this camera alone is just phenomenal. Go. And we'll go through each image individually. There's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. 4. 5. And 6, which is the best one. It got super dark only because, as I said, when it got higher in the sky, it got darker and darker and darker. The background did anyways. But there we go. This one actually had a satellite that went through it, but I don't care because I'm not stacking where that part is, so I don't really care. So we are going to stack this one. Okay, we'll get this one ready to go. Whew, this one found a ton of stars. Okay. There we go. And go. This one is going to turn out really well. Nice. Put some shrimp on for me. Alright, so it's registering this one, and we are stacking. Okay, it should be just about done. Excellent, James, and I'll be more than happy to help you. The Astro Tools is amazing, and that's what I'm using on every single one of my images. and it's all presets. So I don't have to worry about going in. I mean, I could go into visual and I could, take, the median, and I can do mirrors, and I can, go through each, flatten the image, despeckle, denoise, and I could do all of that, but it would take forever to do, and I just don't feel like doing something like that. So it is kind of nice. Alright, now it is done. Yeah, this one just turned out tenfold. I mean, my God, the detail on this. I can't wait to get this thing in color. What do you think about this one? A lot better than the QHY. That put the QHY to shame. And now we'll flip it over to Photoshop. There we go. And I already loaded it, which is nice. Alright. We'll make sure the gradient exterminator is good. Create a copy. Make the stars smaller. And the detail on this. Yes, this is a stacked image now. So this one's done. This one was processed, flats, darks, biases, everything. This is already done. This one was 6 images at 14 minutes apiece. Then we're gonna do the enhanced DSO, and then we're gonna enhance the arms on the spiral. Should be just about done. It's clearing up a little bit. I may be able to get the wide field out. I don't know. There's a big cloud band on that one side. I don't know if it's coming this way or not. I don't know. It's just about done doing its thing. So what I have coming soon, and we got some other great news too, and I'm sure I've beat this like a dead horse, but hey, we got to do it. I have a Canon T-Ring coming. I do have a modified Canon camera, so we'll be able to use that. I have my 114 millimeter telescope, so I have a 114 millimeter reflector, so I can use that for the moon, which I will be doing that when the moon's going to be coming up. So we got that. I'm going to be getting the meteor shower. I got 2 cameras set up and ready to go. I have a Cassegrain, so I can use the Cassegrain for planetary. I can get Mars, I can get Saturn, I can get Venus, Jupiter, I can get all of them. So I have the equipment for it now. It's just a matter of getting it all set up and ready to go. But I'm going to be doing this summer, later this spring, which is coming up soon, like later, early May, going into June and July, I'll be doing planetary, I'll be doing wide field, I'll be doing time lapses, I'll be doing deep sky, I'll be doing pretty much every single thing. I'll be getting the moon. I'll have a moon night where I'll just get nothing but the moon, where I'll get craters, I'll get everything for that. So there's just so much that I'm going to be doing over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and just getting everything together and getting everything ready. So there's a lot. There's a lot we have to do. But I'm so excited because we got lots to do. And I have planetary cameras that I can get that with. Alright, now let's change the levels. How does that look? There we go. When you even get the center core, you get it all. That's crazy. I'm actually watching it on the stream myself. That turned out really, really well. I'm very, very, very impressed with that. And then what I can do is I can get the high pass. So what I'll do is I'll do overlay. Okay. Custom high pass. I'm getting just enough of that. There we go. There we go. No, you're fine. And welcome, Joanne. Now, what's really cool about this is that you could see there's a wisp right here, and it goes all the way around, and it like breaks up in this area, which creates like a little black dark lane right in here. And then there's a little bit down here too at the same time, which is really, really, really cool. I mean, that is, you can almost get lost in this galaxy. That's how cool that is. Yeah, the stars are nice and round, absolutely perfect. This was a 14-minute image, which is nice. And now, we can do M81 and M82. How cool is that? So now we will flip it back to Deep Sky Stacker. Right? We'll clear the list. And everybody wants to see the mead. Do you want to see the mead first? I think we got to see the mead first on the monochrome. Let's do it. Why not? Took a whole bunch of these too. We took how many? 31. So we got 31 minutes of this. There we go. That's just one image. That's number 2, 3, 4. I'm just making sure that I checked these briefly earlier today, but I want to make sure that there's no bad frames. Most of these should be good. Now, also, if you were not on the stream yesterday with these ones, these were unguided. So these ones I had the guider turned off. So as long as you have good polar alignment, you could get 60 to 100 seconds or so unguided before the stars start to drift. So as long as your polar alignment is in great shape, you could still get great images, especially with a monochrome camera. You could still pull out detail for just 1 minute. All these images look great. I don't see any problems at all with these ones. Oh, that one had a satellite in it. Right through. Look at that. That's really cool. That one went right through it. How cool. If you look at it carefully, it went right through the spiral galaxy. How neat. And I just unclicked it off because, granted, it won't make the final cut anyways. But I'd rather make sure. Most of these are in good shape. I don't see any problems here. So this is what's called the Cigar Galaxy, and then there's a barred spiral galaxy, which is the one that's the M81 and M82. These are good. Alright. I know it's time consuming, but it's best to do this than to stack it and then find out that, you know, your guiding went off or a plane went through, which I've had happen many times. The worst feeling in the world is when you're taking a 20-minute image and a plane goes through with 30 seconds left. That's the worst. I've had that happen. Oh, there's another one. Actually, what the heck is that? That's a plane, okay. Well, that might be a satellite. So that's a satellite that went through. Okay. Tons and tons of satellites. Okay, so far we're down to 29. Okay, that one's good. And last one. Okay, perfect. So really, there's no favorite. They're all pretty darn good. They're all about the same. I'll take this one because it's darker. Okay, and then we'll do the region of interest. I like to get a little bit more than what the actual object is, so then this way you get more. Okay, compute the stars. Yeah, I know, Elon Musk. With his satellites going all over the place. Alright, and now double stack it. Here we go. It's going to register 29. So this is going to be 29 minutes of imaging. That's it. Only 29 minutes. That's not a lot. And we'll see how this one turns out. Yeah, he is. There's a lot more satellites going up there. So we're going to stay on for about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so. We'll get this one here. I'll try to see if I can pull something out of the QHY. And then we're done. Just a short stream of a process party, which is always so much fun. Try to keep these process parties at about an hour. And what's great about this is that when I get this up and running and get this going, what I will do is I'll have the finalized image on my community tab. And I'm going to be pushing that thing non-stop with the community tab, because that is just awesome. Well, it's not finding any stars. Alright, hang on. Hang on, let me take a look and see what's going on. Register. Advanced. Let me see why it's not finding any stars. Oh, that. Okay, there they are. Okay. That's why they weren't registered. Alright, that should do it. We should be good. There we go. Now it's finding stars. Okay, good. Alright, so it's on 5 of 29. Joanne. No, never. You would never say that. No. Alright, we're 30% in. More than halfway done. It's just registering these like crazy, which is awesome. Yeah, she did. And the reason why the clock up at the top left is skipping like that is because it's registering. It's doing, and it's interfering with the network, which is fine. It's not gonna do anything horrible. It just it lags about a half a second. That's all. So you'll see like 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and then it'll just keep doing that until it's done registering and stacking, which is fine. It's not doing anything else. Audio is going to be fine, but the time, that's what it's doing. It's just about done registering. Alright, and now it's going to be stacking the images. And by the way, it snowed today. That's crazy. We're in mid-April, and it snowed. Although I was watching the astronomy live stream. If you ever get a chance, make sure you check him out. David Brewer. He's from Denver, and he does the meteor showers. ALS is what we call them, astronomy live stream. And he was live streaming this morning of his front porch. And it was snow. Lots of it. Of course, naturally Denver. I mean, yeah. But still, at the same time, it's like, really? We're like in the middle of April. Go away, snow. We don't want you. April showers bring May flowers, not April snow. No. Wrong. Very bad. Do not want that. Who has snow? Raise your hand. Anybody raise your hand? Anybody has snow? No? Got like a, dusting. They didn't really get much. Still, it's and by the way, another thing too. When I was packing up and I was closing up the shed observatory and getting everything, I read the thermometer was 17 degrees. Seriously? 17 degrees it was last night. Like, why? There was frost all over the place because it was so cold. I was like, come on, people, come on. Alright, it's on 11 of 29, so it is stacking them like crazy. Because right now the temperature here... My watch is dead. Naturally, my watch is dead. It would tell me. It's 31 out right now. That's cold. Alright, so that's 17, so it's just about done. We got 8 more to go. Yeah, I can imagine. Out in Vancouver, yeah, I can imagine there's some snow out there. It's on 24. Really? Just about done. We're on 27 of 29. "55 and cloudy here in Illinois. April showers are here." Yes, they are. All right, it's on the last one. All right, we're loading. All right. There we go. Let's see this thing come in. Oh yeah, this is going to turn out really well. That galaxy is going to turn out really, really well. Oh yeah. Wow, that galaxy's sweet. We're going to take the highlight down a little bit. And that should be perfect right there. Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, perfect. We're going to save it. Alright, perfect. So it's going to save. Alright, so now it's saved. And now we'll flip it over to Photoshop. Okay, and then we're going to do Graded Exterminator. You gonna say hi to everyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we're working on an image right now.
Can I say hi to everyone?
Of course you can. How could I not say no to that?
Okay, who's on? Hello.
So we have Bob.
Hello, Bob.
He's from Vancouver.
Cool.
I know, that's really cool. So right now, where he is, it's 6:03.
It's daytime?
So yeah, it's dinner time where he is.
Oh, well, it's nighttime. It's 9 o'clock for us.
It's 9 o'clock for us.
Yeah, because it's my bedtime now. I go to bed at 9.
True. And then there's Joanne.
Hello, Joanne. Good night for me.
Yep.
Good night. Who's else?
And then Emil.
Good night, Emil. Good night.
James from Australia.
Good night, James.
And I think that's it for right now.
Good
Oh,
night.
and Genghis is on.
Good night, Genghis.
Genghis Khan
Good
is
night, everyone. I gotta go to bed. Good
Yes,
night.
yes, you do. So Mackenzie says good night. And Bob, that was very nice that you said that. It was really nice. I wish they would be good enough for... Wait till I do them in color. Once I do them in color, then we'll be ready. Then we're going to have lots of fun. And I'm going to get rid of this black outline. There we go. Okay. And we're going to make stars smaller. Move this over there. There we go. There we go. The next thing after this, then we're going to do this deep space noise reduction, and then the enhanced DSO is going to be next. And then we'll do the levels. Huh? Peekaboo, you do see me. I thought you were going to bed. Oh, okay. Done. Okay, now we'll do the enhanced DSO. Yeah, there's some clouds coming through. As much as I want to get out there tonight, I don't think I'm going to be able to. That's awesome, though. It'd probably be exciting, too, at the same time. Exactly, and that's the best part is when you're panning and you're digging, and it's being out. I bet that's got to be the best thing of all. It's just being out there and just having fun. I'm sure you've gotten some like little things, like, you know, little nuggets and stuff. I'm sure you've gotten it. You know, what we're talking about in the chat is we're talking about panning for gold, which I think is pretty amazing. I think that's pretty awesome. And I bet that can become a very expensive hobby, though. Because all the tools that you need, and then, you know, I bet it's pretty expensive. Yeah. That's awesome. Trout in the lake. That is awesome. It goes by fast. You blink and then it's over. Oh, do they really? They go on their own? That's crazy. We're just waiting for it to do its progress for the enhancing DSO, which, again, it takes a little bit. I wish I could make it go faster. That's the one thing. Yeah, 4x4 try. That would be, yeah. Should be just about done. Yeah, exactly. Alright, should be just about done. It's going to do its last layer. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine that's got to be so cool to do. And I bet the skies are absolutely amazing there. I'm also getting the next thing ready here. for the QHY, so we're getting that set up too at the same time. Yeah, no city light. I can imagine how amazing that would be. Alright, that's going on that one there. Alright, so if you're just joining us, we are waiting for the Deep Sky Stacker to finish its thing for enhancing DSO, which takes a little bit of time, but that's okay. We're just letting it do its, going through its process. Should be done momentarily here. Come on, computer. Come on. It's slowly moving. Now, what's really cool while we're waiting, Rob, if you ever want to get a chance, make sure you can check out my website. And on my website, what it has is it's a light pollution map. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to take a look at that or not, but I can put my website right in there so that you can take a look. And it's right in the middle of the screen. So I am getting the site up for you right now. And you just click it, and then you'll be able to go right to it. And you can type in an address, and you'll be able to go right to where it is. And it has different colors, which represent different classifications of the Bortle scale. The Bortle scale is what they use to classify for light pollution. If you are in a very dark sky, that is considered in the black section. If it is in a very, very light polluted section, it's white. And then there are different colors in between. So it would go black, gray, okay? Then it would go blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and then white. White's bad. You do not want to be anywhere in the white because that means you're not going to see anything. Where I am right now, I am on the fringe between orange and red. It's not great, but it's decent. I'm sure where you are, Rob, I bet it's absolutely phenomenal for the skies. In a small town outskirts, lights needed. Yeah, Exactly, and I bet that does not bode well for any imaging or anything. If I remember correctly, the percentages on that is, if it is white, it's 2,700% over natural brightness, which is insanity. Natural brightness means that there's no artificial light out there. Alright. It is finally done. There we go. We'll do that space noise reduction, and that should be done. Still a couple of dust motes on this, but not a terrible amount. It still looks pretty darn good. And if anybody wants the TIFF image or a FIT image, what that means is if you're not into astronomy, like as in like for saving files and whatnot, there's what's called, we all know JPEGs, we all know bitmaps. But there are also ones that we use which are uncompressed files. They are called FITs or TIFFs, F-I-T or T-I-F-F. And those are ones that you use that are uncompressed, which means you don't lose detail when you send it over, whether it be email or messenger or anything like that, or posting on a website or anything like that. That's the best way of doing it. There we go. And there you have it. I mean, you could see the detail right in here. Right on this right there. I do want to get rid of some of this background noise. There's still a little bit of background noise I want to get rid of. That's okay, James. No problem. Amo is back. Welcome back to the party. Thank you, Amo. Other than that dust mote. Did the space noise reduction on this last frame, and then that'll be it, and then we will be good with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do 1080p. I honestly, I was thinking about that this afternoon. The only thing is I have to shut off everything. NDI plugin, I have to shut off the stream, I have to shut off everything. I think what we'll do, I think I got an idea. I think tomorrow will be 1080p night. How does that sound? Where I can show my images in 1080p. You can almost get lost in that galaxy. That's so cool. Of course, this is looking at it 100%. No, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't have to upgrade it. No, I've run 1080p before. It's all a matter of I think you would have to do the canvas, upscale it in OBS. So I think tomorrow that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this set up for 1080p. I may run a test stream in the afternoon just to see how it would run. But if that's the case, I want to try it. I want to try 1080p. So I think that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll do a 1080p night. And then Saturday's supposed to be clear. So we have our next 2 nights. So I'm going to put that on the schedule. And the community tab. How cool is that? Put that in the community tab. But for some reason, the recon files are not showing up in Deep Sky Stacker. I don't know why. What if I just put them in without them being reconned? No, I think with the graphics card, I should be able to do it. I don't think I should have any problems, as far as I know. I don't know about this one. This is going to be interesting to see if I can be able to pull out any detail here. Let me see. I want to switch it to Deep Sky Stacker here. Because for some reason the recon files are not showing up at all. And I don't know why. Recon files, what that just means is I'm reconstructing the image to square off the pixels because it is a one-shot color camera. And I'm not seeing it unless if I have it in the wrong folder. No, I don't have it in the wrong folder. I'm looking for it. On that one. Oh, here they are. Okay, I found them. I had them in the wrong folder. Oh. Well, that's why I couldn't find them. Well, there they are. I do not have Pix in sight, although that is going to be one of my purchases probably later in the year. It won't be for a very long time. I have Photoshop, but I want to do tutorials on Pix in sight, so that's coming. I just don't know when. I would like to do Pix in sight, because a lot of people are having trouble with it, and with tutorials and everything. I'd like to do it. So maybe down the road I'd like to get into that. Soon. Very, very soon. I know we get to finish off with the QHY. I know, oh boy. We're gonna even have any image, anything at all with this. I'll make sure that these are all in good shape. It is. It's a very steep learning curve, but at the same time, I think it would definitely be worth it. Let's see what we're gonna get here. I'm not making any guarantees. Reconstruct the darks. I don't know if I did or not. No, I didn't. Yeah, we'll do them without darks. I don't care. We'll see what we get. I didn't even touch the QHY one, so I don't even know what we're gonna get. So we'll see what we get on this one. I don't know. Yeah, they do. They most certainly do. And you have to know them too at the same time. And you have to type it in, and it's like a plug-in. Alright, so it's registering and then it's gonna stack. Alright, it's just about done registering. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that's true, but still at the same time, I'm so sorry to hear that, Joanne. That's terrible. Wow. Watched a good tutorial yesterday on PixInsight. Yeah, I was watching them. And the thing is, I did have PixInsight for a month. I think it was a couple weeks or something like that. They had a trial, and I used that trial, and I got really good at it, but just didn't have the money. I'd like to get into it because everyone's talking about it, and I'd like to do the comparison. I know that Chuck Astrophotography, he has both PixInsight and Photoshop. He's got them both, and he actually did a great video on what's better, and definitely check him out. Chuck Astrophotography is amazing, and he's pretty good. I remember talking to him when he first started. He's come a long way. Alright, now it is done. So we'll see. We might not get anything. We may not get any information at all. It's such a thin line. It's crazy how much. There's like virtually no data. It's there. Again, the thing with this one is okay, both of these cameras were 60 seconds. Okay, so this is a 60-second image. The bottom line is when you're looking at these two cameras, a one-shot color versus a monochrome camera, the monochrome is going to be 5 times more sensitive than you would have for a one-shot color. So in order to get this almost the same detail as you would with a color than you would with a monochrome, I would have had to take a 300-second image versus a 60. And that's why I'm not getting any detail on this spiral galaxy, which is right here, because it's only a 60-second image. I can enhance the highlight, but that's not going to give me much. And I could try to go down to 2 degrees. And then I can bring this down a little bit here. Yeah, that's not giving me anything. It's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much the best I can do for this. That's just crazy. I can import it into Photoshop and see what we can possibly get, but I don't make any guarantees with this one. I mean, I didn't really do any calibration frames with this one, but that is pretty cool. That I got to admit is really neat, and we can work off of that. So I can at least get something out of here with this one. So that's what I mean. This is zoomed in, but that's green. That's without the Hasta La Vista green, and that's with it. This should run fairly fast because it's a very small sample. Yeah, exactly, Joanne, and that's the best part is we are family here. And pets are our family. You're darn right they are. Pets are family. You know, when you come home, who's at that door waiting for you? Your pets. And we just had a cat out here this afternoon. Just walked up right up to the front door. And had a cat about a couple days ago. Oh, the sub count. I don't understand how for the sub count it's like not updating at all. And I don't know why. First I gotta move it. There we go. And it's done. Yeah, it's a lot faster with this one because it's a small sample. It's a cropped image of the stack. How does that look? I mean, is it the greatest? No, but you can see the wisps right here. You can see them. It is right there. So it's good. I mean, with some TLC, you can make this image really good. So, is it anywhere close to that other image? No, not even close. I mean, I can put them side by side here. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get this one in color. I think that would be so cool. These are all from 60-second images. That's just amazing. It's just amazing. So that is your process party in a nutshell. And how cool is that? So I know you're probably dying to see this one again. Yeah, we'll make it bigger again because I know you're just dying to see this. This is crazy. I could take a look, Joanne. Let me see. Let me see where Jupiter and Pluto is. And James, I do have a filter wheel. I have a 2-inch filter wheel, and then I have an 1.25-inch filter wheel. So I have those, and then I have a hydrogen alpha filter that's 2 inches, and then I have a sky glow filter that's 2 inches. And then for the 1.25-inch, I'll have the luminance, the red, the green, and the blue. So I'll be doing all 4 of those. So the image that you see here, imagine that thing being in color. And that's what we're going to be doing. And that would mean the process parties would be so spectacular. We would have so much fun with that. It would be insanity. That we're about maybe 2 weeks away from getting everything all set up. And I'm also getting the field flattener for the smaller one. And then we'll be all set with that. So now Joanne, you asked the question of Pluto's behind Jupiter. Well, let's take a look and see. So I got Jupiter in the middle of my screen. Let me find Pluto here. No, Pluto is not behind it. It is sitting about 2.5 degrees. So it's about 2.5 degrees southeast of Jupiter. And it's actually moving further away every single day. Now, at its closest point was on April 3rd. But after that, it's moved itself its way, and then Pluto's just going to be coming back around. And it is a lot more work for RGB. I can't wait. But here's the best part. On an image like this, I could do 7-minute images. I could take about 5. And I could do 5, and you could do it in 5 different. That's 25 images. I could do that in one single night, which is not that hard. Yeah, Joanne, I got the program called Sky Safari, and what Sky Safari can do is it can tell you everything, where planets are lined up, what's coming up in the sky. I also put on here, which is really nice, is my field of view, which is really nice. My field of view, I plug in my telescopes, my cameras, everything. So it'll tell me where an object will fit inside that scope. And then I can rotate it, turn it, and on my field flattener on the one is I can actually turn the camera without taking the camera out, which is really nice. So it's pretty nice. So, again, what we're going to be doing tomorrow, so tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell your cats, tell your dogs, tell everybody, tomorrow we are going to try for the first time ever, we are going to have a 1080p stream. We're going to do it tomorrow. I don't know how well it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to go. But we're going to try it. And if it does work and we're successful, we're going to keep it going. And from there, images will be spectacular. No more 720p, if that's the case. So I'm going to get on that. I'm going to work on it. We're going to see what we're going to do. And we'll go from there. So with that being said, we're going to end the stream. Nemo's got to make dinner. And that's okay because we are done. We are all set. We are good to go. We processed 4 images today. I will post them on the community tab. I got nothing on there right now, but I'll be posting that later this evening, letting people know that we'll be back on tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Same bat time, same bat channel. We will be back. And James asks, can't get Pluto, it's too small and far away for your 8-inch. That is... You could do it. You actually could do it. You could get Pluto. You really could with an 8-inch. It would look like one of the other stars. But here's a task for you, James, before we go. Here's a task for you. Find Pluto. Take a couple images. Wait a week. Few days. Take a picture of that same part of the sky, and you can actually make it an actual animation of watching it go across the screen. People have done it. It looks really cool. You can actually watch Pluto move across the sky. So cool. Now, it takes a few days. It's not one of those things, but yeah. So, that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Joanne, Emil, James, Rob. It's so nice to see you come in. Just going through making sure we got everybody. Genghis Khan was on earlier. Kimmy said something earlier. She was the first message. And Morgello was on once. And that was it. So, again, thank you guys so much. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. You guys are fantastic. And you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to let this music play to the very end. So just sit back, listen to the music for a few minutes, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye.